Listen, let me get straight into this real quick. A lot of people have been asking me, what do you think about this new Coming to America Part 2 movie? And I said, you know what? Let me tell you how I feel about the new Wakanda Part 2. The new Wakanda Part 2. Ladies and gentlemen, I have some people that's going to come on board or whatever. Let me drop this link for them real quick or whatever. Because obviously, when you don't go when you supposed to go because you want color people time, something happens. Something happens and they not able to get on. So let me go ahead and drop this link for them so they can get on real quick. We're going to have some fun tonight. If you're just coming in, this is Tough Love. I am Mario J. I have some special guests in the building tonight. We're going to have some fun. Hit that link. Go ahead and subscribe to Tough Love. If you have not subscribed to Tough Love, we are going to have some fun tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to wait for my special guests to get into the building. Make sure you grab your popcorn, your wine. Make sure you grab somebody close to you and pull them a little bit closer and say, we gonna have some fun tonight. Shout out to everybody in the building, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. I see y'all. I just dropped the link. If you want to join the panel and talk in reference to your perspective, make sure that you hit the link and you get ready to go live. You hear me? You did. So we're going to give everybody a few minutes to come on in, you know what I'm saying? Because obviously, you know, the stream is doing what they want to do, you know, which is crazy. It's ridiculous. But I'm hoping y'all feeling good out there tonight, man. You know what I'm saying? I know it's Monday. A lot of people been talking about this movie like, yo, when you going to do your part? When you going to give them some tough love? You know what I'm saying? I got to tell y'all why I hate this movie. I got to tell y'all why I'm pissed about this movie. I'm pissed. Huh?
Yeah, that junk kicked us out, bro.
I'm pissed like when you ain't got enough, you know what I'm saying? When they
Pissed
run out
to the highest degree of
nuggets,
festivity.
when they got like nuggets at Wendy's and shit. I'm pissed off like that.
Yeah, we were backstage talking and that junk just kicked us out.
Oh, for real? Like stepchildren.
Right. Them motherfuckers just said, how was this event? Like what?
Let me check and see where everybody else. Y'all go ahead and hit that like button. Stop playing with me. Treat me like that. Go ahead and hit the like button. Subscribe. Hit that bell for notification. This is Tough Love, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get into this.
And also hit that Cash App. Donate to this brother. He's bringing very good content.
I got these 3 food stamps that I've been saving till next year in case there was another pandemic. You never know what's going to pop off. You never know.
Just 3?
Yeah, about 3. I ain't trying to be greedy. You know what I'm saying? That's enough to get some nuggets and a 4 for $4, I think, for $3.
They don't take EBT, sir. Man, can you imagine if fast food restaurants took that shit?
Don't they take it? Fast food, ladies and gentlemen, do fast food restaurants take EBT?
No, it's against
I think they did.
You can't even buy hot food with it unless it's against the law if you buy hot food with it. Like no, I think it's already cooked.
Yeah, but you know you can sell it. You know you can sell your shit. You know? I don't know if that's true or not. I'm just telling you what I heard.
No, it's true. You can't. It don't work that way.
I'm just telling you.
It don't work that way. You gotta say I've never seen this establishment. Where are they located? Was it McDonald's?
Okay, let me drop this link one more time for them. Make sure that we. Oh yeah, we gonna have some fun tonight for sure. All right, so let me go ahead and drop this link one more time so we can get into this. This is going to be a good conversation. I think, you know. Let me hit boom. Okay, so if you want to join the panel, hit the link, and we're gonna get into this, man. So first of all, let me turn it down a little bit. I feel like it's like right in my ear. Okay. So first of all, ladies and gentlemen, I'm hoping that you're having a phenomenal day. That's going into a phenomenal night. Again, I am Mario J. This is Tough Love. I have some panelists right now. I have some more people on the way, but right now, let me tell you who I got. I'm going to bring up the sister first. I think that she's phenomenal. I think that she's awesome. She's going to tell you a little bit about herself, where you can find her, what she got going on. Let me go ahead without further ado. Okay. Obviously, she put on her sexy face tonight. Here we go.
Well, thank you so much, Mario J, for having me as a first time comer on your platform. I watch your content all the time, but for those of you all who are on Mario's platform tonight, if you all are not familiar with me, my name is Sister Nun. And basically, I'm going to go ahead and do my introduction. It is your divine priestess, Empress, Sister Nun, Third Eye Live TV Radio, Angels for Mental Health Broadcast Network. And basically, I am a vegan, vegetarian, pescatarian chef. I do sell some of my recipes here online. I am also a tarot reader, a spiritual therapist, sensual therapist, as well as a sexologist. So basically, the way people can find me is either via Facebook at Sister Nun, Instagram at Sister_Nun_reincarnated, YouTube at Sister Nun, and or subscribe to my OnlyFans platform, which is onlyfans.com/Sister Nun reincarnated.
Oh, Lord.
Sister Nun, you're a first time comer.
I know her take 10 seconds. This girl took 35 minutes. 35
Man.
Go ahead.
I'm just a country nigga from Memphis. Y'all go like, share, subscribe to my channel, Money Boy Trey. As spelled, I promise you, you will not be disappointed. You will be entertained. You will be happy, mad, sad, all three in one.
I feel like they're gonna be disappointed in the way you said it.
They're not. You know, I got something for everybody.
Like you're not gonna be disappointed. Why did you say that? That is
because you're not. If
you ever sold a hamburger and said, "I feel like you're not gonna be disappointed," why did you say that though? Why did you say that?
Because a lot of people, because I'm a country nigga from Memphis, and they be like, "What this nigga talking about?"
Bro,
you gonna be disappointed.
Are you that country though?
To these niggas on YouTube, yes.
I don't think you country, bro. I don't think you country.
I don't either. God
damn it, I don't want to hear it. I'm about to piss somebody off. Please don't make me do this.
Sister Nun, you from New York? Are we country?
We ain't even get into the damn thing yet. Let's get into this thing. I was trying to wait for my other. Oh, they here. Lil Budo in Kevin in sales.
How you doing?
Let me pull Kevin in.
Fuck you, Kevin in sales. It's beef, nigga.
Let me pull my girl up here.
Go ahead
and do the intro. Do the intro, baby girl. You got it.
Peace and blessings, y'all. This is Petite Powerhouse Allison Denise, relationship coach. Glad to be here. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook under I am Allison Denise.
No doubt. Kevin in sales in the building. Talk to him, Kevin. Tell him where you from, what you got going on, brother.
Well, my name is Kevin in sales. I'm from the planet Earth. I just did a live stream today. I did actually two. I did a critique of the horrific movie Kevin to America, the sequel. And I just did a live stream. I just got off the live stream about 25 minutes ago, critiquing the Meghan Markle Prince Harry scandal. And I was talking about how flabbergasted that I was. And Money Boy Trey, sir, I saw that you called the other day. I was knocked out. But yes, we could definitely do a stream together, sir. What say you, Mr. Tough Love?
No doubt. I'm trying to get everybody up in the building, man. I'm still waiting. Okay, King in the building.
King, got a new mic and went Hollywood.
I hope you got enough goddamn bars right now, King. King, tell us what's going on. First of all, King. Happy birthday, King. Hey. Happy birthday to you, brother. Happy birthday.
Oh, man. It's your birthday, Labudo?
Yeah, happy birthday.
No, it's
Is your mic a little low? Your mic sound a little low.
Can you hear me now?
A little bit. If you could turn it up a little bit more. I know you just got your child support check refund. That's okay.
I got my birthday check.
Your birthday check. Okay. Your child support check refund is on the way. I want you to tell everybody a little bit like, hey, happy birthday to you again, but tell everybody what you got going on. The physical therapy, you know what you got going on. Talk to them. Come on.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, my name is King Robert Washington. I have my podcast page. It's called The Official Urban Therapist. It's on Facebook. It's on YouTube. It's on Instagram. Check me out. What we do. But I'm going to take some extra time because I want to talk about Mario real quick.
Oh my God! Pause, motherfucker! Pause. You can talk about Mario. You ain't gonna give me no tough love. You don't want these pows, motherfucker.
You sent the wrong link to me. I'm sitting up here waiting.
I sent the right link. We just went late because I was waiting for other people. People was on Black people time. Okay. You know what? Let me put your ass down there. You don't talk to me like that. Now I know how Kevin and Sales be feeling. When motherfuckers try to get on their shit, talk bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into this, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, there's a lot of people talking about Coming to America 2. A lot of people were disappointed in regards to they felt like the sequel did not live up to the predecessor. They felt like the storyline was off. But goddamn, 30 years later, what do you expect? 30 years later, what do you expect? I just want to get into the. I don't even want to take this like in a direction. I want people just to jump in and say, did you like the movie? Did you not like the movie? And why? Let's just start. I'm just going to start putting people up here and just let them do their thing real quick.
Why did I know you were going to do this?
I'm gonna give you a minute and a half just to do your thing, and I'm going to put somebody else up on here.
Okay, so overall impression for me, I enjoyed it for what it was. I understood after 30 years, it was not going to be the same thing. I also understood with Eddie Murphy, we've seen him evolve into more family-oriented stuff, and I knew that one of the princesses was going to be his daughter. So I already knew that this was going to be more of a passing the torch type of thing. So I didn't expect it to just be this big nostalgic ode to what we saw back in the original, because none of them are like they were 30 years ago. He doesn't even do the same comedy he did 30 years ago, which is acceptable because none of us are who the hell we have been 30 years ago. So I enjoyed it for what it was. There were parts that I did find corny. There were parts that I did find to be a little over the top. The wigs on old dude was really, really bad. That bothered me a lot. But the underlying storylines, if you paid attention to the underlying storylines, I think it was awesome. The passing of the torch, James Earl Jones even coming back to pass the torch to his son and then his grandson, the women's empowerment, remembering that you don't have to keep things as they are. I do have issues with, the colorism. There was still colorism, and that was something that Eddie Murphy has always, in my opinion, been known for. He's been known for colorism. I don't like the fact that Leslie Jones's character was so out of the box and played to be so uncouth with her being dark skinned while Lisa was still made to be the pretty princess. That bothered me. But beyond that, for what it was great. I think I enjoyed the underlying storylines more than I enjoyed the movie itself.
Okay. Let me get a male's perspective. Here we go. Money Boy, I need you to pay attention, Money Boy Trey. You are trying to pay child support and be on this podcast. We are not having it.
I don't pay child support for any of my kids, sir. I think the movie was great. It had all the typical nigga stereotypes that we all love. I disagree that there was colorism because there was a lot of black beautiful women in that movie. There was also some dark-skinned brothers throughout the movie as well. It had just the right sprinkle of white people in it, and it had comedy. I think that don't be looking like that. I think that Arsenio Hall looks terrible, and the makeup couldn't fix it. But overall, it was a good movie for a sequel.
Okay, I'm gonna keep this thing rolling. Baby girl, what's up, Queen? Come on, Sister Nine, talk to me. How did you feel about this movie?
Well, initially, I was not going to watch this movie simply because I didn't like the previews. Simply because I just feel like anytime that there's a Hollywood production or a release of some kind of movie that is supposed to be depicting anybody who is of an African descent in a royal manner, there's always a lot more of the comedic aspects that are hid as opposed to the seriousness of those royal individuals' bloodline, as well as their poise and culture, and what it is that these individuals who are supposed to be representing true spiritual and African culture in a comedic way. So I was not going to watch this movie, but after speaking with you, Mario, and I honestly just felt like, all right, you know what, let me just give it a try or whatever. Let me take a look at it. I spoke to a beautiful goddess earlier today who was just kind of telling me, well, it's kind of like a family type of movie or whatever, but you just want to just remain open and things of that nature. So I was like, all right, because if we're truly going to learn something or want to be teachable and then talk about something, then you have to be able to look at the information. So I was like, all right, let me check it out. So I watched the movie. They had a couple of chuckling parts in it or whatever. The part that I did like about it is that they did have all of the past characters from the original movie, as well as the similar royal scenery. So I love that part of them expressing the culture. However, I just feel like as the goddess, I think her name is Allison Denise. Apologies if I'm mispronouncing your name, but as she was saying, Leslie Jones character, right? We all know that they try to have, as Moneyboy Trey also said, every part that or every expression of characteristic that we normally see in the hood if we grew up there, of certain toxic mother figures,
Every
and or
stereotype niggas love.
fathers who happen to not be present or something of the sort. So what I also didn't like is that when they kept referring to the son as the bastard son, I'm sitting there like, okay, so what is it that they are actually trying to continue to fucking highlight to African spirited, African cultured individual beings? You know what I mean? If this is truly a young king,
Sister Nun is trying to steal the show, ladies and gentlemen. She's trying to do
I just want to finish my point, though. All I'm saying
Wesley Snipes us, y'all.
There's
you got
more.
30 seconds. You got 30 seconds because I feel like right now you trying to Wesley Snipes us right now.
All right, so this is how I feel, right? This is how I feel. If you are supposed to be portraying the role of this royal, magnificent, ancestral, beautiful culture, why is everything always being made into a joke when it comes to that particular culture? You know what I mean? That's the only part where I'm like, I'm glad that I saw it, but then again, it's kind of like I didn't want to pay with any of my attention to that particular movie. Like I feel like it was a complete waste of time, and it's just like it was just a waste of my time. Is how I feel.
Okay. Now I'm gonna bring somebody that's totally different from your perspective. Big boy, what's going on, brother? Tell us what you feel, brother. Tell us what you feel. Because I ain't even get to me yet. But go ahead, bro.
Where do I start? The movie was horrible from start to finish. There was nothing comedic about the movie.
That's me.
That's
me right there.
Yeah, it was a bastardized version of African futurism, African fantastical ideologies. The movie sucked. It sucked on so many scales. I'll tell you one scale that I found deplorable about the movie. In terms of royal procedure and royal protocol, this is a royal family, right? Now, mind you, the movie is a comedy. I understand it's a fictional comedy, but this is a royal family. Leslie Jones decorum meeting a queen, the head of state, the head of a country, was absurd to me. The way that she spoke to her, the way that she touched her, the way that she was inviting herself to be in this woman's presence. It's just like the scene where Simi, I don't know whether Simi is a cousin or Simi he's some sort of a royal. He may be a cousin, a second cousin or something. But here goes Simi. He's 60 years old, or in the movie, he's 50 something. He is a royal getting spit on. there's nothing. And when I had the platform earlier today, and everybody was talking to me, and people were giving their viewpoints on it, I said, "There's nothing funny about that. He's a royal. That's absurd for a royal to be spit on, and especially by a person who's not a royal." Secondly, about the movie that I didn't like is the movie had a $60 million budget. $60 million. And you mean to tell me they couldn't build a city? They couldn't build anything other than showing you a depiction of the palace and wilderness. Where's the city at? Where's the roads at?
It is in Wakanda, sir. It is in
Wakanda. No. Wait, hold on for a second. Let me finish. There is no roads leading to McDowell's. There is no roads leading to the palace. Where is the city at? What city is in Zamunda that they live in? It's just so many things. Oh, I'll tell you another absurdity.
Nigga, that's how Africa looks.
No, hold on for a second. Hold on for a second. Oh, wait a minute. Now everybody talked. I was quiet. Give me a second. The fucking queen. Well, she wasn't a queen at the time, but Lisa, who's a princess, she's getting drunk out of her mind at a formal event. Could you imagine any fucking high-level royal on the planet right now getting drunk at a formal event? Not just getting drunk, but getting sloppy drunk. That royal procedure was absurd to me in the movie. Secondly, the acting was terrible. Whoever played that kid, Eddie Murphy's son, they should have fired him the first reading. He's garbage. I'll tell you another one too. Most of the people in the movie look like niggas from. Hold on for a second. Most of the people in the movie look like people from Chicago and Atlanta. They could have at least got people who look somewhat African. They could have got me to be in the movie. The thing of the matter is that the movie.
I could have played it, son.
The people in the movie did not look like Native Africans that were supposedly Africans. Now Wesley Snipes looked like a straight up African. And then let's talk about General Izzy. It was absurd.
You ain't got about to I'm about to
nigga, stop.
Sir,
I didn't even Wesley Snipes.
Sir, let me finish real quick. Wesley Snipes must need some money or something. We're talking about Nino Brown to this goofy character that he's playing.
Wesley, this motherfucker on here tripping, bro.
So what I'm saying is that
he played the shit out that part.
It's so many
great general.
It's so many things about the movie that was just absurd to me. It wasn't funny. Oh, and by the way, Dikembe Mutombo, Gladys Knight, Salt and Pepper. What were all these Negroes doing in the movie? What was the point of having Tracy Morgan in the movie? What was the point of having all these people in the movie?
I agree with Tracy Morgan and Leslie Jones.
You said it all too early on the Tough Love podcast. I gotta let King go. God damn, Labudo got attitude.
I hate that movie.
Hey, what's up, King? I'm sorry it took me that long. Like Kevin Sells is like a big homie to me. I had to let him rock because he let me rock on his shit. Hit the like button, goddammit. Come on, King. Tell me. You need to speak up, King, because your shit be low. You have a very monotone voice.
Me now.
It's very comfortable. Like I want to lay down and watch Netflix and chill. Like, go ahead.
Can you hear me now? First of all,
a little bit. You're 40 years old. Put some bass in that shit.
I can't hear this. I can't hear him.
Shut up.
I don't think that's the problem. He might actually have like headphones or something inside of the jack port. Or if you don't, then you might actually want to put headphones in so that it highlights your voice.
No doubt.
I can't hear him at all.
I need you to put the headphones inside your jack port because it might hide your voice. That's what she said. Your jack port might be covered by Wakanda's wavelengths. I don't know what the
Budo, you know Africa look like that in real life, sir.
No, it doesn't, sir. Sir, there's roads. There's roads. Sir, there's
let's try to heal King. Come on, King. I know it's your birthday. Go ahead. We're gonna try to listen to you. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. Rich Bleezy, what's up, man?
All right, so behavior-wise, us as Black people, we fall for the same trend every single time where Hollywood depicts us as this as being, very comical, as us being royalty is very comical. The only movie that closely related to us having royalty is with the Black Panther movie. But other than that, this movie here, it was to me, it wasn't even worth the 5 to me. It was just a 2, maybe a 1 overall because of the behaviorism, because of the certain symbolism in the movie and everything. It wasn't good at all to me, period. And we fall for the same trend every single time. Now I understand that the first movie was going for more comical type of situation, but that was back in the day. We're now in the 21st century. We're now in a century now where us as Black people, we're fighting to be liberated. We're fighting for equality. We're fighting for freedom. And I feel that this movie did not represent that fully. I feel that at the end of the day, the Hollywood executives really controlled the movie to make it be what it is. Now, my last point is that there were actually Nollywood actors, A and B lister Nollywood actors that was in that movie. And I did appreciate that they did allow them actors to be in the movie. Like old girl who was the hairdresser, she's actually a Nollywood actor, and she's I think she's Nigerian or one of them, but she is a Nollywood actor. So I appreciate that they allowed them to have an opportunity to be in the movie. But other than that, it wasn't what it was, period, to me.
No doubt. Okay, so I've heard from everybody. Let me give this movie some tough love, just a little bit. First of all, I'm pissed off that they showcased this black man. First of all, Eddie Murphy did not know that he had a son, but however, the family members around him and also the loyal servant knew that he had a son, and they waited 30 years. They had the money, they had the resources to go back and make sure that this man grew up. They didn't know if this man was going to be strung out on drugs, an alcoholic, if he was going to die, whatever the case may be. But for some reason, 30 years was the opportune moment to go back and say, this is the moment. I didn't like that part. I didn't like the part that they felt that he needed to be like, okay, let me go to Africa to find my roots. I just feel like he was too accepting of this whole "you've been out my life for 30 years" type shit. I don't know no black people that be like, yeah, you've been out my life for 30 years. It's all good because you got money. You're going to take me X, Y, and Z. Like, I didn't
go though.
I didn't feel like that was real. I didn't feel like that was realistic. I didn't feel like the plot of the story. Okay, I like the fact that there was some comedy in there. There was some comedy. There was a few chuckle moments. However, I got lost in the whole equation of, man, is this shit really realistic? Like, is it really realistic? Because I just felt like him coming back showed that he abandoned his child, even though he didn't know, but his father knew. Like, on your deathbed is when you decide to tell your son that he has a son. 30 years is a long time to be out of a person's life. Hell, there's some people that's 5 years. 1 year is a long time. And then to be in Queens and me being from New York, knowing the trials and tribulations that young children go through, to have a rich ass daddy and not be in your life, I just thought that was kind of crazy. Now, we do know that the writer from Blackish is responsible for this movie. And I feel like they made this more family friendly than the raw aspect of the first movie. So I'm gonna open up the panel. Anybody that want to talk, feel free to talk. As you talk, I'll pull you forward or whatever case be. Do you feel that this movie missed the mark, or do you feel like it was spot on in regards to being a sequel to its predecessor?
It totally missed the mark. It missed the mark by a long shot. The movie was absurd. Every scene was absurd. The scenes did not sequence to the next scene succinctly. The scene where his father had the funeral and he was standing up and he was still alive at the funeral, and then Gladys Knight performed, and then Salt-N-Pepa came out of nowhere, and then all of a sudden this random military dictator from another country came out of nowhere demanding that he didn't marry his sister, and now that he wants to join tribal groups or join nation states. All of it was almost like if a 5-year-old had written this movie and just put some shit together. All of it was, to me, it wasn't funny. None of it was funny to me. It was just all just weird shit. It missed the point of the first one. And it just put little scenes in there from the first one, like when, he tried to hail the cab driver, but it was a Lyft driver. They just put that shit in there. Yeah, that was a little bit funny, but it didn't really go with the movie itself. It wasn't good. it was almost like doing a puzzle, 1,000-piece puzzle.
I hear you.
blindfolded.
Listen, I can't say. I'm gonna tell. Listen, goddamn it, let me put my goddamn face on this goddamn shit. Y'all even play me like that. Y'all think y'all playing with goddamn this stuff? Love. Listen. First of all, I love my panelists. All of them dope as shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I got somebody. Hold on, I got Charlie backstage. She said, if you don't hurry up right now, Charlie. What's up, Charlie? Okay, Charlie in the building, y'all. Charlie in the building. So I felt that there were some beautiful aspects that tapped into the old one. Like I said, okay, we on to something. We vibing right now. Okay. I felt that the fashion, I felt that there was a certain level of, okay, you need to carry yourself like this. This is how a prince or a king acts. I love that. I like that. I love his daughters. I got daughters, so I love the fact that his daughters were strong. They were together. You know what I'm saying? I love that. They were tight-knit. I just did not believe that you would leave your son for 30 years or your father would know that you have a son. Whether it was a bastard or not, it was your son. And I just feel like that sends the wrong message or whatever the case may be. I'm going to ask some other people up. Come on. Charlie, what did you feel about this movie? Let me bring you up because you was in the background, Netflix and chilling. So I just let me come on. I'm sorry, Charlie. Don't send me no email.
No, it's okay. I had technical difficulties on my end, but I liked it and I didn't like it. I kind of had mixed feelings about it. I do agree about his son in the aspect that if you look at Eddie Murphy's character in the first movie, the way he is as far as his personality, I don't think for 1 second if he knew he had a son that he would have just left him there.
Right. I agree.
He was more of a follow his heart and love the people that were closest and related to him and looking for love. Mm-hmm. So in that aspect, I do think that the whole concept of what type of woman that they kept trying to get them to marry was very over sexualized and very sexist. The whole follow command and not say anything and like what you like and not have your own opinion. But then like how he said how the general had kind of came in out of nowhere to unite. If you remember in the first movie, Eddie Murphy was supposed to marry the daughter of that kingdom and he turned her down, and that ended up being his sister.
Right.
So
right.
I mean, I do agree as far as how things were portrayed in the kingdom. It seemed more Americanized than it did seem actually a part of the African culture. But I'm also not sure if that's also because of the fact that after Eddie Murphy had went to Queens in the first one, at Home an American Woman, how that might have kind of changed in play as far as opening up the door to a new kind of culture to Africa in that movie. Not in real life, but in that movie.
So do you think, maybe I should propose this to the panel. I'm gonna propose this to the panel.
Can hear somebody. I don't hear anybody. Man, I really thought there was something wrong with the panel just now. Like I don't hear anything.
You can't hear nobody?
I can hear him.
Yo, can you hear?
I can hear you.
No, I can hear you fine, but if there was somebody speaking, it's like I don't hear absolutely nothing.
The bars.
Oh, wow.
The bars, some people bars are kind of low. So if you guys, I don't know if you guys can see your bars or not. If you want to come back in or whatever case may be, and then come back in. You can click out and come back in if you want to, whatever case may be. Okay.
Yeah, the only person I hadn't heard was King.
Okay.
King volume is kind of low. It's a little bit low. But what I want to keep this thing rolling. God damn it! Fuck.
Mario, could it also be that the 30-year thing was more or less really just bad writing on the part of the writers? And even in the movie, it was explained that that was a recent vision by the old shaman. That was a recent vision. I think they even established that in the inverse or in the movie itself. And I think that, again, it does send out a bad message. And they did it in Creed, too. That's why I didn't like the movie Creed. I don't know why they do this in Black films, but I think it's just a way for them to write some sort of fantastical story. Like he goes and saves this Black kid from America, and this Black kid becomes the ruler. But the problem that I have is that this Black kid from America who's grown up in a certain condition, he doesn't even have a mindset of leadership at a high level like that, a mindset to even rule a nation state, a state he has to deal with social, economic, and the political systems of the state. That didn't even make any sense to me. He's 30 something years old, and from the way the movie portrayed it is, he's an out of work, laborer or whatever. At one point selling scalping tickets. So would he even have been capable to rule a nation state? That's another thing that I didn't like about the movie. It didn't make any goddamn sense. If anybody should have ruled the movie, now I'm not gonna lie to you. I understand. I would rather have a man rule a country, but shit, the girl definitely had to. She should have been the fucking ruler. She was the heir apparent. It doesn't matter if the kid was just found or whatever. That kid didn't. He doesn't have the history to do it. Or to rule a country.
Cut the whiskers off the tiger, sir. He deserved it.
And that was another absurd thing about the movie too. That whole lion scene and the cat food scene. It was just absurd. It was.
Let me. I see some head shaking over here. I see some head shaking. What you got? I'm about to bring him into the fight. Come on, talk to me. What you think?
Okay, so I'm going to have to agree with the brothers on a couple of aspects. You probably didn't expect that, but I'm going to have to agree with them. And the reason that I have to agree with them is because I did see a lot of emasculation. Mm-hmm. And like I was explaining to our sister while we were backstage a little bit ago, I don't side with gender, I side with behavior. So if a brother is in the right, I'm going to light up a sister's ass. If a sister is doing right, I'm going to light up the brother's ass. I just focus on behavior. There was a lot of emasculation. So just starting with the father, we have to remember how ruthless the king was in the first one. Mm-hmm. He was still ruthless. He was just dying. Mm-hmm. And what did he say? He said that Eddie Murphy's character, he said a king was weak. He called him weak. He called him spoiled. Mm-hmm. He said that he didn't have what it took to be the king, which also explains why he told them about the son in 30 years later. Well, I'm about to die, and there's no way in hell I'm going to let a woman, even though she's been training for it, there's no way I'm going to let a woman rule the country. So now I will tell my son that he has a son, because I would rather have, he just basically said, I raised you a king. I took care of you a king. You're next in line a king. But I find you to be so inadequate because you're not like me, that I would rather bring in a child that I could have told you about 30 years ago who knows nothing about this era. I would rather bring him in than you. Like, that's emasculating for your ass. The second thing, the second thing is about the colorism. I'm standing on that shit. And the reason I'm standing on that is because it's not about the children. Eddie Murphy has a history of colorism with romantic relationships, a history of it.
Let me see these brothers' faces while you talking that shit.
So
let me see their faces while you talking that shit. Go ahead.
It's from the first movie. He was supposed to get a different wife.
Look at their faces while you talking that shit.
He was supposed to get a different wife. Come on, man. That was the only light-skinned chick in the movie.
Nope. What I'm saying is what I said. He has a history of colorism. He has a history of colorism. I didn't interrupt you. I shook my head most of the time. So
fire!
So what I'm saying is, even if we go back to the original movie, Vanessa Bell Calloway is a beautiful woman, but Lisa could have been that role. Vanessa Bell Calloway could have been Lisa. Hell, everybody else in McDowell's family was light skinned except Lisa's ass.
So you going back 30 years to criticize that?
What I am saying is there was no reason for Leslie to be referred to as a wild boar. There was no reason for Leslie to be referred to as everything that is as anti-feminine as possible.
Because of her
color.
There was
no need for it. because of her color. There was no need for that.
None
they
of the
wouldn't
other
have done that to
dark-skinned
a
women were
light-skinned
treated
woman.
like that, though. It had nothing
I
to do
did
with her color.
interrupt you. Don't interrupt me.
That's fine, but it had nothing to do with her color.
It
But
She was
did.
not the only dark-skinned woman on
100%
that.
did, because Leslie Jones has also come out and let us know about designers who wouldn't work with her because she didn't have the right look. She has let us know about some of the roles that she has received
What
only
does that have to
because
do with this movie?
they needed someone.
What does that have to do with this movie?
Mario,
because it further stigmatizes the whole
Thank you.
colorism in our community.
It further stigmatizes colorism. You can interrupt me all day. I said what the hell I said.
Damn, she said your mama.
I did not interrupt. Stop instigating. Now, you don't be coming up here instigate anyway.
Hey, look,
My point
hey,
is, I agree with a lot of what the brothers had to say. It was wrong for Eddie Murphy to be emasculated the way he was. There were a lot of beautiful brown sisters in that movie.
Mhm.
But if you go back to other videos, you will, if you go back to other Eddie Murphy movies, go back to Boomerang, go back to any movie, there is a very consistent distinction between who ends up being perceived as the bad or unfeminine and the one who ends up getting the guy. And the one who ends up getting the guy in Eddie Murphy films
That's
is the
every black
light-skinned
movie
chick.
and TV show we've ever seen.
Well,
Are you
okay.
ready to respond, Money Boy? Like,
I-
are you
I-
ready? The floor is yours.
My response is short and simple.
All right.
There were a lot of dark-skinned women in there that weren't portrayed like Leslie Jones, so you can't say that's a colorism issue. She was the only
But
one.
She's
And-
not. He
lot of
he
those
was so
dark
busy
women
interrupting. He
were not
didn't hear
main
me.
characters either
And-
to be
and-
considered
and
a royalty.
furthermore,
He
the
was so busy
light-skinned
interrupting.
woman-
He didn't hear
the
what I
light-skinned
said.
love
I
interest has been
specifically
in
said
every
the ones
TV
related to
show
Eddie Murphy.
and movie that black people have ever put out. That's not anything that's exclusive to Eddie Murphy.
Okay,
That's
so
what niggas like. I started
let's
this
do this.
conversation by saying it had a
That
lot
ain't
of
got
the
nothing to
stereotypes
do-
that niggas like.
Yeah, but
But
we're talking about
colorism,
Eddie
I don't
tonight.
see it.
But we talking about
Okay,
Eddie tonight.
Hold up. We are talking about goddamn Coming to America Part 2, and Sister Nun got something to say. Sister Nun, are you ready? Are you ready? You got notes and shit. I want you to use some
Already,
notes,
man.
girl. Use some notes. Come on. Talk to him. We talking about colorism, Eddie Murphy. What do you feel? How do you break the mold in this conversation? What do you have to say?
What I will say is to the sister Allison Denise, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is the reason why I can see it from both sides when it comes to your argument as well as Moneyboy Trey's argument is simply because you know what you're saying, Goddess, is not wrong. You know what I mean? And as you were speaking that angle of light, I was actually sitting here thinking about all the other movies that I did actually see Eddie Murphy in, and who were basically the star characters or who got the most camera time. And you know, when you actually do think about it, like even the example that you gave in Boomerang, it's what's her name? I don't know their real name and stuff, but Jocelyn or whatever the fuck her name was, Jacqueline or whatever. She was another light-skinned star character, but she just happened to be basically like the reversed role of like the masculine sexual type of energy who was putting it on the man, so to speak, right? And then the one who actually got the man was Halle Berry. But I don't totally recall like if there were dark skinned like women as like the star characters in that Boomerang movie. I do know that they were around, so to speak. Oh no, I do. It was Iman, right? And she had like this deep ass voice, and you know, she was kind of like being portrayed like an actual man. And when the dude was the I forgot his name, but that gay guy in the movie who was trying to like create this commercial for her or whatever, it was highly depicted and presented based on a lot of like hardcore sex and shit like that. You know what I mean? So I totally get exactly the particular angle in which you're coming from. What I will say is, when it comes to Moneyboy Trey's angle of life, I just feel like what he's saying is, oh, you know, well, there was a lot of dark-skinned women or brown-skinned beautiful goddesses who were, excuse me, also in that movie. And that is true. However, none of those other dark-skinned women were the star characters. So you can't really try to act like you don't see, or you're trying to act like you can't utilize your spiritual eye. You can't utilize your spiritual eye to see, were any of these dark-skinned women getting the same camera time as the Leslie Jones character?
His son married a dark-skinned woman as well.
Who else was it? The older, I guess she was like the older friend, or
can I be
something
honest
of the
with you?
sort to Leslie.
And if we go to the Cosby,
let me be honest with
how there was only one light skin in the McDowell family. There was only one light skin in the Cosby family too. The finest daughter on the show.
You know what?
That has nothing to do with the
And then
movie.
she went on to pretty much get her own show where she college.
I would be remiss if I didn't say there was a big thing in reference to light-skinned women, in reference to the 90s, the 80s. I mean, that was a big push. If you was light-skinned, you was in there, you was on the music videos, you was on the TV shows. We know that. We definitely know that. Huh?
Male and female.
Light-skinned, period. Light-skinned, period. Light-skinned was in, goddammit. Here's the thing. My thought process about this movie, I believe that people were stealing camera time. And when I say camera time, I believe that they were showcasing their star power. His oldest daughter, Akeem, Prince Akeem, or King Akeem, to me, his daughter stole camera time, regardless if it was meant to be or not. She showed empowerment. She showed confidence. She showed leadership. She showed support. She showed ambition. That's just me. So if it wasn't meant to be like that, somebody fucked up. That's just me.
Showed femininity.
Well, that also on empowerment. Like she was like, listen, I know a man is supposed to rule. However, I'm going to support my brother. I'm gonna put bygones aside and support my brother. At the end of the day, I'm gonna support my brother and I'm going to empower him. They say behind every good man, there is a strong woman. She was a strong woman behind him. She is the reason why he passed that lion test. She had that conversation with him. He had that thought process, and they put that plan into action. So in all regards, she was the reason why that helped him, you know what I'm saying, overcome those challenges. So my thought process is this movie, to me, are we looking at it like this is supposed to be a black empowerment movie, or it wasn't empowering enough? And I want to ask you guys something that I felt like was a big question. I didn't write a lot of questions down, but I did write this down. Does this empower you more than Black Panther?
Neither one of them empowered
me.
Okay,
one was an action movie, the other one was a comedy.
Well, anybody want to talk to me? Talk to me.
Well, first of all, this movie's Coming to America, whatever this movie is called. This is the theater of the absurd. This movie is ridiculous. It has no meaning into it, no special meaning. I will admit, him learning about his ancestors was a very deep thing to me. Other than that, this movie was utter fucking trash. Mm-hmm. The thing about Black Panther is that Black Panther is not a black movie. We talked about this earlier today, Mario. Black Panther is a science fiction. It's solely science fiction. So the thing about what Black Panther does to me, it inspires me to be greater than who I am in terms of as a human being. The idea of that, Black Panther uses or utilizes technological advances that don't even exist, or technologies that don't exist now. It's a beautiful thing, just like in Star Trek. So, me being a primitive ape that I am, when I see things like that in TV, it's like, damn, we can be better than what we are through the uses of mathematics and science. That's why I look at Black Panther at a different light. It's not because it's some black people and they're just living in this fantastical nation state. No, it's because they're utilizing technology and they're more advanced. That's pretty much it.
Labudo, let me do something real quick, because you are a fluent in talking and conversating. I feel like I'm very fluent in talking and conversating. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to do two things right now. First of all, three things. First of all, shout out to all the panelists. Make sure you guys, their names is on the screen. If not, let me help you real quick. Make sure you follow these guys and support their content. That's one. Two, I want to say to all the panelists, feel free to jump in. As you jump in, I'm going to move you forward onto the big screen so you can get your thought process in. Everybody's being respectful. I appreciate that, or whatever case to be. Shout out to everybody in the chat room, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. I want you guys to hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe to YouTube and hit that bell for notifications. God damn it! Go ahead.
Kevin and Sales, I know what you're doing with that pen too, sir. I know what you're doing with that pen in your hand.
I feel like, hold on, because I feel like some people going to be quiet because they don't want to be rude because that's not their nature. Yeah. But I want people to interject. Feel free to interject. Just be respectful about it because I don't want nobody to sit back on the sideline. Go ahead.
Well, no, I think I'm done answering your. You asked me which one inspired me as a man, and I say, well, neither inspired me in terms of blackness, but one of them, Black Panther, inspired me in terms of the STEMs, science, technology, engineering, mathematics. That's it. Again, Black Panther is not a black movie to me. It's a science fiction. And that's all I have to say about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. God damn it, Labuto, he's about to piss me off.
Mm-hmm.
He's not really about to piss me off. I had to say that for marketing purposes. He's really not about to piss me off. But listen, Black Panther, we forgot about Coming to America. Let's be real. It's been 30 fucking years. Some motherfuckers done had 18 children, done flunked out of college, then fucking the pandemic, they living in their car. They just got back to having power in their house. Let's be real, ladies and gentlemen. We forgot about Coming to America. When we first heard of Coming to America 2, we was like, man, get the fuck out of here. Nobody doing Coming to America. So we wasn't thinking about that. When Black Panther came out, it gave black people something to cheer about. First of all, the movie, I think, inspired people to be like, God damn, a whole nation? A whole country? Let me find out goddamn Tony Stark's Iron Man ain't got shit on Wakanda. Let me find out. It gave us something to be proud of in the movies. First of all, an all-black cast predominantly. What Money Boy Trey said, a sprinkle a couple of white people, however, predominantly led black cast that did a phenomenal job at selling the fact that, first of all, we can have a fucking superhero. Oh my God. Hello?
And I will
Let me point out that black people.
It's Obama. It's Obama.
I'm still that aspect though, because my collected comic book was nice to have a black superhero as strong and powerful as most of these white ones are, like Batman, Superman, Iron Man, Lantern, like all of them. Like, it was actually to have a black leading superhero who was for people, like that scene where he stops all the Humvees when they're trying to kidnap and traffic our people. That was dope, and I will agree with Mario on that aspect.
No doubt. I mean, it's crazy to think that we had Blank Man, Pootie Tang, Hancock. We didn't have anybody serious to take note of. And a lot of times, the only thing I hated about our black superheroes, to be honest with y'all, come on, y'all keep on taking my face off the big screen. I don't appreciate this shit, and the shit is pissing me off a little bit. Okay, this shit don't want to work here. Okay,
why you get it? You good?
Shut up, goddammit. Shut up. Listen, I'm about to give you guys some tough love. Think about it. All our black superheroes had to hide their face. The Black Panther movie allowed Chadwick Boseman to show his face and to be of a certain prestige, to carry himself a certain type of way. It was a proud moment. When he died, I was like, God damn, dog. Mm-hmm. It was a proud moment. Like serious. Even if you didn't watch Black Panther, it still was a proud moment because you like he represented something. He did all types of movies, but it was a proud moment at that particular time. So my thought process is: are we holding? Did we feel like since Black Panther 2 didn't come out yet, did we hold Coming to America to the same extent? Did we say, I need you to raise the bar with this all black cast? That's what I want you guys to talk about. Do you feel like
I'm gonna piss somebody off with your Black Panther thing? For all the woke people on the panel, let me just point out they gave the white man who was the CIA agent all the intel on how their city worked. That's
I
what
don't,
I
That's true
took from
I don't
that
think it was
movie.
all the intel. I don't think it was all its intel.
It was like white people coming in and agreeing again. I'll give them that.
That's what I took from that movie. Niggas came in and gave the secrets to the first friendly face.
Can I
They
broach
saved
your
his life, gave him all the details. This is how this works. We do this, we do that. They had the white man. At the end, the white man came in saving the day in the damn airplane.
Bro, the white
can,
man did not save the day. The white
can
man
I
did a couple things, but he did not save the day. He did some things, but he didn't save the day. Like, come on, bro.
Mario, can I broach your topic?
Talk.
Mario, Mario, I wanted to broach your topic.
Okay, go ahead.
So
go ahead.
you're basically saying that since the second sequel didn't live up to standard, you're saying that the first movie was the equivalent of what we view as the Black Panther now in our day and age in our timeline, correct? If I'm not mistaken, you right?
I say yes. Hold on 1 second. I say yes, and I also say that we were expecting
right. So
the same energy and the same effort. But go ahead, bro.
Yeah, well, no, Coming to America was the equivalent of what Black Panther is. I guess, at the time I was 4 years old, but yeah, it was because they showed you a depiction of a fantastical Black nation state. And it was a wealthy nation state. It may not have been as futuristic or based in science like, the nation state or Wakanda. But yeah, that's why Blacks liked it. And I feel like the second movie Coming to America, because it failed, it didn't live up to the same hype or standard. So we do have Black Panther to fall back on in terms of a Black nation state. But yeah, you are right. Coming to America was the equivalent of what Black Panther is. Yeah, I totally agree.
I think when you look at the situation, I know a lot of people's like, man, I ain't even think about it that deep, man. Y'all going into it too deep or whatever case be. And I hear what y'all saying, but you got to think about 30 years ago to see a whole bunch of Black people on the screen is amazing, because just like when you seen Michelle Obama in the White House and Barack Obama and his children, like, oh shit, that's something we can strive to.
Well,
that's something we can be a part of. Go ahead.
Well, Mario, I don't want to cut you off, but it
film.
wasn't because Bill Cosby and Sidney Poitier were doing all Black films 10 years prior, 15 years prior. And matter of fact, all the exploitation films were doing all Black cast. I think the thing about Coming to America is if we weren't, go ahead.
Respectfully. If you walk up to the average person right now and you ask them who is Sidney Poitier, right?
They wouldn't know who he is.
They would not know who the fuck he is.
Sir, Sidney Poitier is just as famous. Sidney Poitier is as famous as Elvis Presley, sir. Even 10-year-olds know who Sidney Poitier is, sir. You got to give that man that credit.
Sidney Poitier, Gene Wilder.
Yeah, they know who Sidney Poitier is. Sir. Everybody on this channel knows who Sidney Poitier is, sir. Now I can see if a 10-year-old wouldn't know.
Look what I just yanked it off the bookshelf.
Yeah,
off the bookshelf. Like
everybody over the age of 25 knows who Sidney Poitier is. That's just common knowledge.
Culture people know who he is.
Dolomite was all Black films.
Listen. All I'm saying is there are a lot of men that came before the Eddie Murphy and the Coming to America shit. I'm saying that for a lot of people who did not read books and did not see those type of movies. Yeah, that Coming to America was the epitome for them. Like,
definitely. Yeah, I agree with that.
Not only that, but it set the stage for the sitcoms to come. The Martin Lawrences, the Jamie Foxx, the In Living Colors. This man can play multiple roles. Arsenio Hall and Jamie. Oh my, this shit is amazing. So it gave Black men the encouragement to say, bro, not only can I do this, but I can do this better. A lot of people have gave homage to these men because of these roles. So I'm just saying, did we hold Coming to America Part 2 to the standard that we held or we appreciated Black Panther? That's what I want to know.
Shouldn't have.
I want to hear from
I don't think we were supposed to.
We're supposed to.
We shouldn't have.
If we did, we shouldn't have. They're two totally different movies. They had two totally different mindsets, two totally different visions, two totally different goals.
And one was comedy.
Right, but I think
one was supposed to be comedy.
Go ahead.
what I think it is the underlying thing is that with our younger generation, our younger African American kids, if you or Black kids, if you think about it, the way Black Panther could inspire them to do better, I think Eddie Murphy could have done better with by lowering the stigmatizations on the culture to actually do something more productive with especially everything that's going on. I think something better could have been done to influence kids in our culture to be better and to carry themselves a certain way.
Yeah, by not making a
It
sequel.
is a comedy.
Yeah.
But you could still make a comedy that encourages. Because if you look at
What
how, if
comedy
you've
have
ever
you
watched,
seen that does that? Name one comedy that does what you're describing.
well, first of all, the
that you've
comedy in
seen.
Africa is completely different from the way our Black community comedy. If you've looked at their videos,
Well, we're
to
sticking with
TikTok,
American
Facebook, or
comedies.
anything.
We're sticking
But
with
I'm just
American comedies that you've seen in your days of living.
Let
Describes what you said
But
that
I'm
this
saying,
movie
when
should
are
have
we
done.
going to change the narrative and the stigmatizations when it comes to our comedy? We're so sensitized to find ratchetness and certain things funny. When
I
are we
agree.
going
We
to
have
be
to
able
stop
to
watching it.
find?
That's the only
There's
way
other
we can
things.
change it, by not watching it. They're going to make their movies because they know what makes money. The only way we can stop them from putting that same shit out is to simply not watch. That's all we can do.
I believe that. Listen. It's a lot of people I ain't hear from yet. King, where you at, King? Talk to me, King. King,
I think you're on mute, brother.
You're on mute. I can't read lips that good because your shit was going fast as fuck.
King always have technical difficulties.
King is like, you 40 years old.
We're going to have to get you a mobile hotspot player. We're going to pitch in.
Hey, y'all, listen, chat room, I need y'all to wish King a happy birthday. He turned 40. Y'all wish that man a happy birthday, man. I appreciate you rocking with us.
Happy birthday.
Listen, I'm about to do what my brother Labudo said, get you the fuck up out of here. If your shit don't work in about 5 seconds. If your shit don't work in 5 seconds, I'm going to get you the fuck up out of here, bro. Say something, goddammit. It still ain't working.
Cut your volume up on the side of your device. Cut the volume up on the side of your device.
And these motherfuckers ain't buy you shit for your birthday. I'm gonna buy you some Wi-Fi for your birthday. Pull up on me in Houston, bro. You can come to the crib. All y'all invited to the crib. We're gonna have some drinks. We're gonna play spades. For y'all that play dominoes, play bones, y'all do y'all thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm just there we go. The truth says let me do this for y'all. There we go. Hey, listen, I appreciate all the shout out to Shauna. That's Labudo's wife. The truth in the building. I appreciate everybody wishing him happy birthday. I can't hear you, bro, so I'm gonna get you the fuck off the screen. I ain't gonna kick you off, but I'm gonna get you the fuck off the screen because you are fucking up my show, okay? Okay, you fucking up my show.
You really muted.
Yeah, he also
maybe is he on Bluetooth or what?
He on Utruth, okay? He on Utruth. So let me ask
you to connect your Bluetooth before you come and restream.
First of all, don't scold him now. He ain't to be scolded, okay? He ain't to be scolded. So let me ask you a question. Do y'all feel like the characters were believable?
No. Not at all.
I don't feel like the characters were believable.
I'm gonna have to say no too.
Again, it goes back to what I was saying about royal protocol. If you just look at society in the real world, royals don't behave like that. You know, the situation when Leslie Jones came into the foyer of the mansion, but the palace, and was speaking to the queen just disrespectfully or just lackadaisical. Those types of things I know don't happen. Because you can't walk up randomly to Michelle Obama and speak to her like that, and she's just a head of state politically. But in terms of a royal one person, absolutely not. Those things won't happen. Or the scene where Eddie Murphy is arguing with his wife outside the bedroom, and the 2 servants are there. That would never fucking happen. It's just certain things wouldn't happen because Yeah, because well, not only a simp, but it makes it seem like the family structure is weak, and if the family structure is weak, that means that the country is going to be weak. So it's
He
just a
did
certain.
ask her was she a fool though. He tried. He
But it's
did
just a
say, "Are
certain
you a
level of
fool?"
it's just a certain level of decorum that you need to have. And no, these characters aren't believable. Absolutely not.
No, they weren't believable, but I mean, it was a B-list celebrity film.
Sir, these actors aren't B-listers, sir. These
So
aren't B-listers.
who else believes that
Well,
the
come
characters
on.
wasn't
I
real?
agree, but I'm saying they're washed up.
Yeah, they're
They
washed
ain't
up.
did
Yeah,
shit in 30 years.
that's true.
Arsenio looked like he about to die.
Miss Social said it's fictional. Why would it be believable? Ladies and gentlemen, I believe
Thank
that
you.
anything that we watch with an all-black cast, and we are saying that this is supposed to emulate real life. Now we're saying that a lot of people gave kudos to Eddie Murphy for coming back, finding out that he had a son, saying, I want to come back and do the right thing and bring him to Africa and say, hey, you are the prince, and I want you to do X, Y, and Z. My thought process is this. I would have been pissed off at my father. My father would have went to the grave with a foot in the ass. You let my son fucking rot in Queens, fucking struggle, and now you want to tell me on your deathbed, you old bastard, that I have a son, that we have the money. We have a golden plane, motherfucker. We have a 14-karat golden plane that I could have flew back and picked his ass up at least on the weekends.
The mom hit it too.
Can I? So Mario, you asked a question and then you went off on something else. Can I answer your question? You had said something about somebody in the chat. I don't know how this works. This shit. The person said it's fictional. Why would it be believable? Now here goes the thing. Now look at Seinfeld. Have you ever watched Seinfeld? Seinfeld is very fictional. Seinfeld is a comedy, but every episode I could relate to in a real world situation because I've gone through half of the shit that I saw on Seinfeld.
That's true.
Oh my God. Some of the episodes of Seinfeld, I'm like, God damn, are they taking how my life is?
And what I'm the Soup Nazi episode,
man, I've been through. Dude, I'm black, man. We go through that when we go to any restaurant, especially a black restaurant. I go to restaurants like that. It's like if you order something off the menu, we ain't got that, and you afraid to ask them. Okay, what can I ask them where I won't get chewed out? Yeah, and so the thing is, that's what made Seinfeld, I think, a classic, a masterpiece to me, because they took real world situations and made it funny. It is the same thing with a lot of black movies are like that. But the thing is, this movie didn't do it. It just didn't do it.
Sister Nun just came back in the building, y'all. Let me get her on this panel. Sister Nun, what's up? Talk to where we at right now with what you feeling about this movie and what's been happening, what's been said. I don't know. Talk to me. Talk to me.
No, I just feel like I honestly wanted to go back to what Kevin was saying. He was saying something a little bit earlier in regards to like the Black Panther movie and how he felt like it was a science fiction movie and things of that nature. But then like it was just a little odd to me because like after that or before that, he was saying that he's like some kind of alien creature or something of the sort there. So what, I guess I'm just trying to figure out kind of like where his mind is at or something of the sort, because when you guys were talking about the empowerment from both of these movies, I was just trying to figure out like, if it did so empower anybody, right? Let's just say on the panel for right now. Why would it do that? You know what I mean? And I just feel like that's the particular angle in which I want to go. So for example, the reason why I would say that that specific movie would have empowered me or has empowered me is simply because it's not a fiction. When they put certain technologies and spiritual practices and cultures and different kinds of herbs, such as that purple flower or that rose or whatever it was that Chad Boswick, or however you pronounce his name, was drinking in order to enhance certain internal spiritual powers that he actually has in real life. This is something where I'm like, okay, how are you calling it a fiction when this is shit that we actually do? Our ancestors actually do. That technology is actually real. It's just a lot of people are not aware of how to receive that level of knowledge because they have not done enough research. So now I'm not saying that Kevin was saying that that movie has empowered him or anything like that, but what I'm saying is if you had better understood the movie and the science behind why they always put the truth right in front of us, it would have gave you some kind of spark, like, okay, it's no different than any other movie, like for example The Matrix, where you're sitting there like, okay, well, they have all of these superheroes and they depict them as white and things of that nature, but you have to actually find out where they're getting all of these superpowers from, because everything has an origin. So they don't just come out of nowhere and create these white characters, these white Egyptians, these white,
Sister
you know,
Love,
everything.
there is
If
not
we're
a
going to
plant
utilize
that a
those
nigga can
Well,
eat
terminology,
turn you
because
into a super
I don't think, excuse you, money boy, I don't think that people are colors, but for the delay, we're going to say white and black, right? So anyway, like I was saying, everything has an origin. When you find out that these people who are making these movies, whether they be black or white, they are getting it from somewhere. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So it's just kind of
Mhm.
like you have to really look deeper into the meanings of certain characters, their roles, their persona, and you know, what is
There
it
is no
exactly are they
plant that
trying
you
to
can eat to
portray
turn you
to
into
the
a super
masses?
nigga.
Money boy Trey, stop interrupting me. I've been quiet for like the past 20 minutes
I know
and
it.
y'all
I've
have
been
all been
quiet for
talking
like
the way
3
that you
minutes, but
need
I
to
just want to
speak,
point out
and
there
I
is no
know that
plant
you
you
are
can eat.
just basically a
Mario,
disruptive type of energy because you think that
Dude, you've been
listen,
talking
man,
for
you need
like
help
3
spiritually.
minutes. I let you
All
Mario,
right,
go. I let you
Mario,
say a lot
good.
of
She,
stupid
Mario,
stuff.
Mario,
That is
she.
simply
So I
because
want.
all of you, all of the gentlemen here that's been on the platform, y'all have been interrupting all of the women who has been up here trying to
Except for
make a
me.
strong point,
Except for me,
simply
I
because
haven't
you cannot
interrupted anybody.
handle when you hear the level of empowerment coming out of a woman's voice. So why don't you just sit there, right? Be silent and absorb
There
the
is no
information so
plant
that way
you
you
can
can
eat
learn
to
from your
turn you
fucking
into a
creator.
Mario,
super
hold on for
nigga.
a
You know what
second.
I
Mario,
mean?
hold on
As
for a second.
opposed to acting like you are her equal, as if you are acting like you are her equal when you were created by a woman. So I'm gonna need you to
There
just
is
continue to
no
sit there,
plant
money
you
boy
can
Trey, in that
eat
corner
to
and
turn you
learn the
into a super
science of
nigga.
where
And
it is that you
without a
actually
man's
come from,
sperm,
because even
without a
you have
man's
an
sperm,
origin.
there is no
Even
you
you have an
creating anything.
origin.
So here's
Now
my thought.
Mario,
Even
now
you
Mario,
have
she
an origin.
now Mario, she
All
was
right.
addressing.
You
Now she was
do as well.
Now, Mario, she was addressing me. Now, can I give a
Yeah,
rebuttal to it?
go ahead.
Now,
Go ahead.
I
Go
want to
ahead.
point out that I haven't interrupted anybody. I was going to point that out too. So I'm a man, but I haven't interrupted anybody. But I want to interact because we talked about this earlier on my platform. Remember, Black Panther is no more of a black movie than Star Trek is a white fictional series as well. Black people did never. Okay, so the technologies that are in Black Panther do not exist in the real world. A goddamn force field that is the force field around a nation state that doesn't exist in the real world. Some of the transportation devices don't even exist in the real. Hold on, no, wait a minute, hear me out. The technological, the medicines that were portrayed in the movie don't exist in the real world. So when I think of a black movie, I think of things like Harlem Nights. I'll give you a reason why I just
That
said
is
Harlem
a
Nights.
lie,
Hold
sir.
on, no, I didn't cut you off. Wait a minute, hear me out because I listened to you. Harlem Nights, in my opinion, is an absolute black movie. The Harlem Renaissance is an actual event that occurred in black history. Harlem, the blacks during that era, they had businesses, they had all types of crazy arts coming out of that era in Harlem. That actually happened. Running numbers was invented by blacks. Whites stole it and made the lottery systems in states. That happened. So when I see Harlem Nights, I say, oh, that's a black movie because there's a lot of cultural context. Nothing in Black Panther represents anything that has ever happened in black culture. I didn't see anything, because here goes the thing. First of all, hold on, I didn't cut you off. Wait, hold on, I didn't cut you off. I listened to everything that you said. Black Panther really, on some real, showed you the lifestyles of the elites in that country. They didn't show you the common fucking Wakandan. They showed you the motherfuckers living in the palaces. Things that black people just in common don't have. We don't share that shit in common with the elite blacks who live amongst us right now. We don't know how P. Diddy lives. He's an elite black. We don't know how Floyd lives. He's an elite black. So we can't say that Black Panther is a black movie, because we don't have anything in common with anything in the movie, even the fact that the family is wealthy. We don't know.
Did you? Hold on, Labuto. I know you rock on your channel and you a big dog, and I will never disrespect.
No, I said no, Miss Social. I said Harlem Nights is a black movie. No, I said Harlem Nights is a black movie. I gave I gave examples why. Because
he did say that.
Because the Harlem Renaissance actually happened. Because that actually happened.
Yeah.
That's why when I say
I got a book on that too. I got a book on that.
The thing about Black Panther is all that fantastical magic that they were doing. Blacks never did that. And as much as she wants to believe this, blacks didn't do it, because if blacks did it, why aren't we doing it now in Africa?
It's not even a belief. It's a certain level of research that comes from.
I can't hear.
Hold on, one time.
I can't hear.
Let me give her an opportunity to speak, because she's been quiet. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. It's fair. Go ahead. You got the floor.
Okay. When you go back to our ancestral culture back in Africa, we used plants and herbs and things like that for healing. And I think that is what she's trying. I don't think she's saying that a plant is going to give you some divine superpower. Obviously, fucking not. That's not possible. What she is saying is the symbolism of using those plants and herbs like our ancestors. And if you put your mind and like a manifestation type of thing into using those plants and herbs, not only are you getting the benefit of said plant and herb, but you're allowing your mind to heal your body. Just like we're putting stuff in our hand that our ancestors were putting in our hair, and we're eating healthier things like sea moss and shit like that to help our body, instead of putting these nasty medications and shit in them, because that is what ancestors did. I don't think she's being literal in the term of, oh, if drink from this flower and get buried in dirt, I'm gonna wake up a fucking hero. No, but it gives you the strength of the spiritual and the body and the mind to be well. And I think that is what Sister Nun is trying to portray.
Okay. Hey, talk, fellas. Listen, hold on. Before you guys say anything, ladies and gentlemen, I put the names of everyone on this podcast on the screen. Please follow them. Please subscribe to their channel. I think they are awesome people. Please rock with them. They have a message. Charlie is she's focusing on building up her channel. We're gonna get her focused. We're gonna get her right. Definitely, but please make sure that you follow everybody on the podcast or whatever case be. If you are just tuning into this podcast, I am Mario J. This is Tough Love. We are talking about Coming to America Part 2, but we are going deeper in the conversation. This is not just a surface conversation, but we're going deeper into the conversation. So I appreciate you guys rocking with us. We have about 15 minutes left. So we're gonna continue the conversation, whatever case be. But what I want to do real quick, you know how you get on the podcast, you don't feel like you really got your shit off. What I really want to do is, hold on. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull people up and let them get their 2 minutes to rock out. Whatever you want to say about the movie or whatever you want to say, you rock out. So you got 2 minutes to rock the fuck out. After 2 minutes, I'm gonna say, all right. When I say all right, that means get the fuck out of here.
I don't need number 30 seconds.
Okay, listen. I'm gonna give you 2 minutes to rock out or whatever case it be. Charlie, are you ready or you want me to come back to you?
You can come back to me. Because I almost snapped out for a minute.
Okay.
Just come back to me.
You was Netflix and chilling by your goddamn self. I saw you. In my mind. I saw you. Okay, Who's ready to go right now? Because I'll pull you up and let you get your 2
I
minutes.
just need
Let me-
30
I'll-
seconds, and I
oh, go
want to
ahead,
rebut
Mario.
what she said.
Go ahead.
Okay, you ready? Okay, let me
Yeah,
put you on.
yeah.
There you go. You good. There you go.
The answer that medicine that you're talking about, it's not proven to have saved lives. If it works so well, why do the Africans over there currently use Western medicine instead of their own cultural medicine? And subscribe to my channel, y'all. I'm out.
Hey,
All right, can I go second?
Labudo,
So I
Labudo,
really
hold on.
answer that question?
One second, y'all, please. I know it's my show. It happens to me. I'm talking, it worked like that. Please, Martian Morehouse, thank you for being an attendant, but please don't disrespect Sugar Shay. You know what I mean? I don't think she did anything to you directly. She hasn't done anything to me directly. Let her handle what she gonna handle on another platform. But everybody over here, be respectful. I pride myself on having a respectful chat room. I don't want to block nobody because I don't think it's worth it. Let's have the adult conversation. Labudo, the floor is yours, brother.
Okay, give me 2 minutes.
Yep, I'm putting you on the screen. There you go.
Coming to America is a horrible movie. The second one is a horrible movie. The conversation about Black Panther being a black movie. Again, I did a live stream on that earlier. Black Panther is not a black movie. Black Panther is a movie that has black people in it, but these black people are very advanced. That's it. Mm-hmm. Everything about Black Panther is about technology. It's about science, engineering, mathematics. Not to mention, these people are fighting aliens. It boggles my mind when people say this is a black movie. Black people right now aren't fighting aliens right now. Black movies are about what are currently happening in common cultural conditions right now. That's why Harlem Nights is a black movie. That's why the movie Barbershop is a black movie. Things that relate to black people. The technologies in Black Panther, certainly most of them don't exist. For the same reason why technologies in Star Trek don't exist, and that's why we don't call Star Trek a white fictional series as well. We just call it science fiction. So again, I understand where everybody's coming from, but again, that is the distinction between certain genres: science fiction, black movies, romance movies. It's just, in my opinion, I think that Black Panther has been mislabeled. And even though it's a good movie, it doesn't inspire me to be a better black person. It really inspires me to be a goddamn nerd or a scientist or something like that. That's it. That's all about the Black Panther rant that I got. What say you?
All right.
Speak your speech, please.
Who's next? You next. I got love for Labudo. I like him. him. Who's next, though? Who's next? Ladies and gentlemen, don't be shy. This is your chance to rock out. Who said they're ready? Who said they're ready?
Denise.
Because you none. Okay. Which one, goddammit, sister or Denise?
Sister Nunn just said she was ready.
Oh, okay.
She thinks she a boss. Okay, here we go. There you go. You got the flow. I'm gonna let you do your thing. Go ahead.
You think I'm a boss because I am a boss, but it's cool though.
For sure. I got oodles and noodles over here for you. Got oodles and noodles.
That's the light skin kicking in.
I'm good on that.
You see my babies?
I'm a chef, so
dark skin babies. Go ahead.
So were y'all doing any of this when he was just speaking his piece? Where I think I should have like an extra minute or so.
No,
y'all are interrupting me right now. You know what I mean?
I didn't feel like you got started.
So thank you. I appreciate it. I was trying to do that, but the brothers love to just kind of try to jump on a goddess's neck and all that because they know someone
to jump on your neck.
But anyway,
go ahead. You got it.
All right. So I'm definitely about to counter Mr. Kevin's entire statement, right? So the reason why I personally don't like to deal with titles is because when you put a title on something or label on something, it automatically limits its abilities, right? But since we are here talking about movies and things of that nature, right, which actually has a limit or a time frame on it, is the only reason why it's labeled as such. right? So going back to when he was just saying that Black Panther is a fictional type of movie, and then he was trying to like associate the high quality technology or the divine technology, might I say, in regards to the show Star Trek. I'ma just leave y'all with this, right?
Okay.
When you get to a certain level of mental and spiritual awareness, you're going to begin to see that the symbolism, as the goddess Charlie was also beautifully explaining, the symbolism you're going to begin to see is going to start to make sense once you figure out where it has actually came from. Second, right, what I am going to say is that when Mr. Kevin was talking about in Black Panther, how people are fighting aliens, I'm sitting here thinking like, okay, first of all, what aliens is he talking about? Like, I think he needs to actually rewatch that movie, because nobody in that movie was a damn alien except for the Black people who were in that movie being portrayed as some godlike type of individual beings. So, and third to that, what I will say is he was saying that based on the movie Harlem Nights, right? He's talking about the Harlem Renaissance and all that fucking broke shit when it comes to Black Wall Street, and how niggas was already in that mentality of Negro, black and colored, right? Basically what he's trying to say is that we weren't greater before that particular era. And what I have to say to that is completely false, because he has not went back and done enough research going past the way people dressed when it came to that suit and tie shit. That's why they implemented in the movie Black Panther all of the Ghanaian or Guyanan printed African prints when it comes to their dashikis and all that type of stuff. We know that, first of all, there's a lot of culture that has came from the motherland, you know what I mean, which is actually right here in America. So before we start looking at African people, no matter how you like to label yourself, as just dressing in suit and ties, you have to actually go back further mentally and actually figure out, how did they even come to these clothes? Where were they even created? You know what I mean? Like, what were we wearing before this time and things of that nature? So when Mr. Kevin says that Black people are not fighting aliens today, what I'm going to tell y'all is something that you might not actually want to know, but I just want to give you optimistic viewpoint of the spiritual angle. So what I am going to say is, when you talk about aliens, right, we have to actually know what that word or that terminology means. When people say alien, right, that means something that is foreign, something that has a scientific, genetic, biological makeup of something that is not of this world. So when you think about that, and then you think about all the things that are actually going on in the real world today, or what I like to call the 3D realm, such as things like the CDC and the way they have their corporate structure set up when it comes to the schooling, the political game, and all this other type of shit, the corporate America, all that type of shit. When you start to factor in all of these particular routes or angles and begin to put together the pieces of the symbolism and of where these people who are creating these infrastructures are getting all of this fucking information from, like advanced technology and things of that nature, when you actually find out that it is the people that you're talking about as the Black elites, so to speak, those are the very fucking aliens in which you are talking about that you call an alien. That's why it's always somebody of an African descent that actually kills somebody that looks just like them. That's why it is always an individual of African descent that always wants to, reinvent some kind of lit hip hop dance move or something of the sort. You know what I mean? So when we talk about people being Black and all of that shit, Black is a culture. It's not a color. You know what I mean? It's an actual culture. So people are not colors when you speak on these individual spiritual light beings who are out here. You know what I mean? So when you talk about people, or black people more specifically, right? Because you think people are colors, are not aliens or are not fighting aliens, I encourage you to actually do a self DNA kit, and you tell me if you are willing to actually figure out what is in your blood, where did your bloodline and all of that stuff come from? You know what I mean? And why do these corporations like the CDC want more of it? Where are they creating these bio weapons and all this type of shit from? Whose DNA are they collecting more of on a higher level, like as it pertains to the masses, as opposed to anybody else in the world? You know what I mean?
Like
you have to really dive deeper into your mind. You have to really dive deeper into your mind, as opposed to just looking at shit on some surface level, like, oh my God, it's just a fucking movie. I'm so tired of people who don't have that awareness all up in here, all up in the crown chakra and the first eye chakra, who are not able to see beyond the fucking actual matrix, because you don't think we have an electromagnetic dome that is around this flat earth plane that we actually live in, and that's how everybody able to exchange energy with everybody and be able to connect on many different levels and things of that nature. So if you think that you are not an alien, or that everything else that is here is not foreign to you, or has been created by something or someone of a foreign nature or aspect, I encourage you to please do some more research, so that you can see that the very alien in which all of these people who you call the elite, which I know they are not, and things of that nature, will be able to actually, excuse me, you will be able to actually see that you're the very fucking alien that they are talking about. So I'm gonna just leave y'all with that. I had a beautiful time on this show. Hopefully you all can definitely get spiritually inclined when you are seeking information before you actually speak about something on a surface-based level, even a technology that has already created, because you know, people think that UFOs are something that's just so like unidentified, and it's really not. We already have all of this high quality technology. So okay, they said actually black is a color. Well, it is a color, obviously, because it's in the crayon box. But when you associate the color black with a person, that, you know what I mean? Like, have you ever seen anybody that is just as black as this screen right here on the side of my particular viewpoint? No, right? So people are not colors. And if that was the case, right, where are all of the orange people? Where are all of the yellow people? Where are all of the beige looking people? Where are the gray people? Where are the red looking people? You know what I mean?
Rednecks.
It's just kind of like, people are stupid. Y'all really still think that motherfuckers is crayons. You know what I mean? Like, there's no gray area with you people. So it's just very sad to me that everybody, or not everybody, but people who actually think to a certain degree, like Kevin, when it comes to not even looking deeper into the meaning of these movies and where they're actually getting all this information from and shit like that, it saddens me, because it just shows that he has not yet reached the spiritual peak in which he needs to actually get to, so that he can see it from a different perspective, as opposed to just thinking that this is just some human shit, and you know, this is like just the Matrix or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Everything has a deeper meaning to it. And I don't care if anybody in the chat is talking about, oh, I'm a head out. Well, head your goofy ass the fuck out there, because obviously you're having cognitive dissonance, and you are trying to keep the illusion alive that you have been told to so damn long, that you think there's nothing beyond the way that you have been taught. You know what I mean? That's the sad part when it comes to people, you know, not wanting to hear the level of truth or spiritual information when it comes to just any particular subject. You know what I mean? So I'm going to leave y'all with that. I hope that you all actually do more research and figure out where you came from, where does your bloodline stem from, and how to properly utilize your life bodies, because we have more than one body and more than one heart and things of that nature. to see things from a different perspective with utilizing your spiritual eye as opposed to just your surface-based 2 eyes here, because you're not only this meat suit, right? Your soul is being harnessed inside of this vessel. So that means you are of something foreign, not of this world. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna leave y'all with that. Until next time, y'all. Mario J, I want to thank you for having me.
Can I ask you a question real quick?
I do appreciate it. My name is. Oh, okay. I'm listening.
Sister Nunn, can I ask you a question?
I'm listening.
Oh, okay. And I'm not trying to be funny. Ma'am, are you on blotter acid right now?
So when people
You
are
need to take some,
spiritual
apparently, sir.
and they're in tune with looking at the world, not just
we have this level of
fucking
ignorance.
acid.
I've done a tab or two.
When we have this level of ignorance, it just simply shows that, you know, he's just not totally aligned with knowing who he is. You know what I mean? And then so when we have people,
I just asked you a question. Are you on? I just asked you a question. I was being serious. Are you on blotter acid? Sister Nunn, you know I did a video. You know I did a video on my channel one time.
Do you smoke crack?
No, I do mushrooms. But listen, you know I did a video on my channel.
Do you smoke crack?
No, I don't. I've done coke before.
Okay, so you do mushrooms.
Sister
Okay,
Nunn,
that's cool. So then that means
too.
that you have seen more.
Yes, I
than,
know. I know what you're talking
meets
about.
the eye, and you're sitting up here talking with this Negro
Sister Nunn, Sister Nunn,
hold on, brother. You're sitting up here with more knowledge, than you are actually telling the people. You want to keep it at this surface-based level, fucking superficial shit. When we're sitting here like, oh my God,
I did a video about you months ago. I did a video about you months ago. I did a video. I did a video,
brother. I didn't interrupt.
I did a video about you months ago.
So anyway,
you did interrupt me. I was
on
talking.
This platform, looking for somebody with an ascended mind who can hopefully deliver a deeper psychological and spiritual meaning behind these movies, as opposed to the mentality of this Negro black and colored shit, talking about fucking Harlem Nights like that was some elite level form of fucking liberation or some shit.
Let me do something.
That was a bunch of old ass people
who were still Hold on, wait a minute. Goddamn, wait.
Look, man.
All of you guys are saying some real shit. Everybody, hold on. Everybody want to appreciate what you're saying because they don't see the things that you see, and that's fine. The fact of the matter is, I don't want people to leave here without a good perspective about this movie that we are talking about. So I want you to do me a favor and give me what you feel this movie represents. That's what I want you guys to talk about.
Okay.
Go.
Okay, can I go first?
Go. I don't give a who go first.
This movie represented.
No, I'm about to actually make my exit, y'all. So I definitely I'm about to make my exit. So if you don't mind, I'll take 30 seconds or less.
Okay. Okay. Do your thing. All right. Go ahead.
Alrighty. So basically that's all. Everything that I was basically saying, whether the people were able to grasp the concepts or not, has everything to do on a scientific and spiritual level when it comes to this particular movie Coming to America too, because they don't just make movies and put certain things in the people's face for no reason. There's always a deeper underlining message, as the goddess Allison was talking about earlier throughout the show, that people need to look for and pay attention to when it comes to all of these movies. The movie, to me, I did not really care for it like that. I wish I did not pay it with my attention. It was not worth it. And on that note, Mario, I definitely want to thank you for having me on your platform. Thank you to all of the panelists who were up here. I enjoyed this dialogue very much. For those of you all, once again, who either joined in the chat or you know, have left and came back or whatever, my name is Sister Nunn. Until next time, y'all, I will see you guys whenever it is that Mario does another dope podcast. and you know, he invites me on. So you guys can follow me on Facebook at Sister Nun, Instagram at Sister_Nun_reincarnated. I am a vegan, vegetarian, and pescatarian chef, a spiritual tarot reader. For those of you all who are interested in any inquiries when it comes to that, please hit me up. And you know, peace out, y'all. Peace, love, and light.
Sexual chocolate, ladies and gentlemen.
Can I? It was supposed to be me. It was supposed to be me, Mario.
Shout out, Sister Nun.
It was supposed to be me.
Okay.
I respected everything that everybody said on the panel. I respect other people's opinions. The opinions of me about Black Panther were my opinions. Now, I want to point something out. Trey, are you listening, Trey?
That got weird. Yes, I'm listening.
Trey, did I not do a video about Sister Nun about 4 or 5 months ago, sir? And could you name the name of the video, sir? Please just do me a favor. And this is the perfect example, sir.
Women that talk about spirituality and all that nonsense are crazy.
It was another one. It was another one. Don't date women with hoop earrings and African goddamn necklaces.
Yeah, because they're crazy.
This is exactly why. This is exactly why.
What?
That's exactly why. I made a video about this 5 months ago. This is
I respected everything about what that woman said.
I respected everything that she said. I listened to her, and she
interrupted that shit
me.
Was weird.
She interrupted me, and she was mad at me for having my opinion. I didn't get mad at nobody for having their opinion.
That shit was
All right,
weird.
I'm gonna go ahead and talk.
And I made a video, and I made a video, and hold on for a second. Everybody, I didn't interrupt anybody, and she interrupted me, and I had an opinion about Black Panther. I said I don't think it's a black movie because it embraces science fiction more than it does black culture.
So
she went on a tangent about no. I'm not giving
science fiction.
No.
Things like that. So you're gonna further
no.
And they actually fought aliens in Black Panther.
Ma'am.
I'm
not saying that black people are not into science fiction. What I am saying is that science fiction is its own genre. It's not a black movie. Just like Star Trek, it's not a white movie. Just like it's not a white.
But it had black culture in it.
What black culture did Black Panther have in it? Other than black people, what did it have in it?
So they weren't.
I can't stay on here any longer with this level of fucking ignorance.
So can you get this hoop earring Afrocentric chick the fuck up out of here? I've had enough of her.
Just because your broken spirited ass does not know that you're supposed to be a fucking
I believe in
god.
science. I believe in
just
science.
Because your broken spirited ass does not know that you're supposed to be a fucking god.
I know I'm a god. I call myself a god all the time.
Problem.
People who know me, I've been calling myself a god for 20 years.
Because I have the level of power of knowing exactly who I am and giving you the angle, the spiritual angle of telling you who you are and where your soul actually comes from. Like you're upset with me. Because I gave
you don't agree with the woman,
I just don't agree with you.
You know, right, but then you admitted like the whole
how do you degrade
okay, listen,
saying that you shouldn't date them just because you don't follow their opinion doesn't you tear that woman down.
I've agreed with her opinion. She didn't agree with my opinion.
I go and tell
she
people
has called everybody
like
names
that.
and nobody said she was tearing down anybody.
That's what I'm saying.
Don't paint her out as a victim.
So
she called anybody out. Nobody said anybody was being torn down.
Shut up, goddammit. Shut up. Fuck. You motherfucker, shut up. Fuck. I don't want to hear this shit. Listen, I don't want to get we already off the topic. However,
great show, sir.
However, no, I got 5 minutes left. However, I want you guys to give your spiel about the overarching effects of the Coming to America 2. Baby girl, I know you about to leave. I know this is a lot for you. It's a lot going on. Please give your overcap of what you feel like this movie represents, what it doesn't represent, what you think should be better or whatever. I'm gonna give you the floor for a second. Do your thing, because I know you're about to go, and I don't want you to go without doing your thing.
Okay, so I want to bring up the two important storylines that I picked up from the movie, and that's how I'm going to end what I have to say.
Okay, all right.
So the first one, I want to talk about Lavelle and the fact that once he realized he wanted to marry for love and not necessarily for what was convenient, he did allow that woman to come back to Queens with him. But I want to bring up that the very first place, in case anyone missed it, the very first place that they went, and we heard this when the king went back to follow them or to get them, the first place he went was to a barbershop for her dream. So we're talking about reciprocation. It wasn't just about him. It wasn't just come back to what I'm used to so you can get used to what is comfortable for me. It was come back to what I'm used to, and so we can get your dream started, since you just let me know that you can't have your dream where you're from. Second thing I want to bring up. Shit went wrong the entire movie when brothers decided not to listen to sisters. Shit went wrong.
Oh, Lord.
Shit went wrong. It went downhill, and it caused a lot of bullshit that was unnecessary when the brothers chose not to listen to the sisters. Now, hear what I'm going to say. It's not about the sisters being right. It's about their opinion being heard and considered. Their opinion was heard. They fucked up due to ego. And I don't have to bring up ego because we've seen that all goddamn night. But once they put their ego to the side and realized they were about to fuck up everything, and considered that what their women in their lives, daughter, wife, whoever, had to say might actually have merit, and stop focusing on the fact that it was a vagina that spoke it, shit got back together. So what Coming to America said to me is that despite the corniness, despite the fact that it was not the best written movie, despite all of those things that are very surface level and very obvious, and I said this at the beginning, if you pay attention to the actual storylines that were going on, not how corny they were, but the fact that they were storylines, a lot of people said it was predictable. Oh, I already knew he was going to end up with the lady barber. I already knew that. Okay, that's cool. But when the fuck are we going to get predictable with the way we treat each other? When is that shit going to happen? Because we can watch movies all damn day. But movies don't have shit to do with the interaction that we have as brothers and sisters. And what I saw tonight was fucked up. Completely fucked up, completely disrespectful. So since we're talking about the movie, ignore the corniness, ignore all that. Why don't you go back and watch what happens when we fucking work together? Not interrupt, not put down, not reduce each other to chick, not ask if we're on some goddamn drugs. Why don't you go back and look with the eyes of what happens when brothers can admit that they're wrong, when women decide to wait and let them figure it out, and when we just fucking come together in reciprocation, not one-sidedness, not ego, not misogyny, or any other bullshit that I've been watching for the past 45 goddamn minutes. I'm done.
Ma'am, women are the only one on this panel that curse or call names.
I'm done.
No misogyny. Women are the only one on the panel who has cussed and who has called names. You're the cusser. Sister Nunn has called names.
I'd just like to state for the record that I never called anybody outside of their name on this platform. So the fact that Mr. Kevin feels like that is his obligation
Sweetheart,
to attempt to degrade me.
I don't feel like anything. I didn't degrade
Look
you.
at
I didn't
what
call
I
you
mean.
anything.
This is exactly what I mean. Be quiet. Let me speak. Thank you.
I didn't call
like I
you
was
anything.
saying, the fact that Mr. Kevin, based on, bro, I'm not gonna talk. Like, I will leave this show. You know what I mean? You're already sitting up
you
here,
will
and
leave
I'm
the
trying
show?
to properly
Okay.
defend
Oh,
myself
please
because
don't
you
leave.
were telling people that
don't
you
leave.
were making videos of me. You know what I
Not
mean?
you particularly.
Making
It's just
videos.
Afrocentric women.
But that is what you said. So now I have to I have to answer what it is exactly that you made a statement about. So first of all, not only are you lying when you start speaking in regards that you can't even fucking remember. So then you want to ask me, am I on drugs when you're the one who can't fucking remember what it is that you're talking about?
That was a joke.
And third,
it was a joke.
And third, when you sit here and we are having an adult debate based on our opinions and
you got mad at my opinion, and I was listening to you talk the entire time.
Mario, can you mute his mic? Because I'm trying to finish so I can get up out of here. Can you mute his mic, please? Because this brother, this is all it's about. When you have lack of knowledge of self, this is exactly what he has been taught to do because he doesn't know any other way. He doesn't know any other way when it comes to a woman with power in her voice, but who can with a race, such as I did their show. Because for the most part, I've been listening to everybody's opinion and what everybody has been saying, and I've been taking notes. You know what I mean? Awaiting my turn. But when you ask a brother, a king, a god who is supposed to be that, to act accordingly, just as Akeem was trying to do and teach to his long lost son Lavelle, he did not know how to act accordingly because he had to be retaught this level of poise and royal capabilities that he was already born with. He just forgot about it. It might have been the drugs. It might have been the mushrooms, right? That he was taking to the point where he has to sit here and tell me that this is why I don't deal with women with African like hoop earrings and all of this type of shit. It's like, how much more ignorant can you continue to depict our men based on the way that you are speaking? When it's like you have goddesses out here like me who are trying to do nothing but ultimately uplift the black men who have been taught at a limited amount of knowledge when it comes to
let me interject
your particular angle of knowledge. You know what I mean?
Sister Nine, you can't uplift a man.
So let me interject real quick.
You can't do it.
You're not a man. Wait. Hold on. Wait.
I'm not lonely. I'm not lonely. And I don't need a goddess.
Sister Nunn.
Give me a white woman. Give me a white woman with blonde hair. I'm not lonely. Trust me. I'm not. Trust me. You don't know who I am. I'm not lonely.
Look.
No, I'm not.
I hear what you all are saying. And I understand that you all have a different point of view and a different perspective. My thought process is that when it gets away from what we're talking about in reference to this movie, then we have to pull this shit back. So it's about 3 minutes left that I said I'm going to go live. But the fact of the matter is, I don't want you guys to leave on this note of, 1, you're not rational. 2, you are argumentative. And 3, you can't come to a state where everybody understands what you're trying to say and whatever case may be. I want people to subscribe to you guys' channel to know what you guys are about. So I'm going to be quiet and I'm going to click and bring you guys up. You guys.
I'm the short-winded one.
I'll go first because I'm sure.
Wait. Don't cut me off. Don't cut me off. Out of respect. I'm saying that there's a lot of exposure here, and I appreciate everybody, followers coming over here. My thought process is this is an opportunity for you to expose yourself to more people. Now, I ain't gonna say a bigger audience, but to more people. So what is it that you want these people to know that your opinion or your advice is about this movie? That's it.
Can I go first, Mario?
You can.
No.
Go ahead, Trey. Go ahead.
I think the movie was great. I took it as comedy, and everything I said during this show, I meant it. And so if you subscribe to my channel, this is what you're going to get.
Yep. Okay, can I go, please?
Yep. No doubt.
I thought the movie was trash.
Okay.
I thought that the movie did everything possible to undermine male leadership. and I'm about to go live on my channel for a part 2 of why you shouldn't date women who are Afrocentric. And this is a perfect fucking example tonight because I respected everybody on the panel and I didn't cut anybody off first. She cut me off. And what it is that Black women in every realm of philosophy want to control Black men. She hates the fact that I have an opinion
Are you
other
gonna
than
say your
hers,
channel?
that other than hers from Black Panther. And I'm about to go and eviscerate.
Labudo, are
Yes.
you going to say your channel? Think about what you're saying.
The channel is Kevin and Sales 1.
You gotta market. You gotta.
It's Kevin and Sales 1,
but you're not marketing your channel.
It's Kevin and Sales 1, KEVININSALES 1.
Where?
Kevin and Sales 1. That's the channel.
Where?
On YouTube.
There you go.
Oh, okay. So on YouTube, and I'm about to have an 11:30 live about this conversation. I'm not gonna put her name out there, but
we're gonna pull up.
It's a perfect example of what I'm talking about.
Don't disrespect my guest. Okay, here we go.
I'm not gonna disrespect her at all. I'm not even gonna say her name in the chat.
I'm gonna leave Sister None for last. Okay, here we go.
By the way,
Charlie,
it's in the chat right now.
Shut the fuck up. Let me let Charlie talk. Goddamn Labudo. Hold on. Come on, Charlie. Charlie, I know you've been quiet. Charlie said, I don't give a fuck about nothing. I got my PhD. I'm working on my goddamn.
Look, that's what I'm working for. My PhD in psychology to own my own practice to help our Black community because we need more like-minded people who have been through the similar things. But nonetheless, I don't want to snap off with so much that has been said tonight. But I'm not going to do that right now. But what I will say, because if I do it, it's going to continue.
My lights are still on in the back of me. I'm happy. Okay, here we go.
Because if I do that, then I'm not going to stop. Like, because there's so much shit.
We about to pull up on Kevin and Sales. I'm going to pull up on Kevin and Sales.
I'm gonna go use the bathroom. I'm gonna go use the bathroom, and I'm about to start my live stream.
I think it's the level of ignorance on both parts, but I'm just like, I feel like some are right in a certain aspect, and then there's also parts that are wrong in certain aspects with things that have been said tonight. I'm not gonna even really address that right now. What I will say is that I enjoyed the movie to a certain degree. Mm-hmm. There was somebody here who was actually from Africa in the comments who had even said that it was not really portrayed as African humor the way it was westernized, which it most definitely was. The way Eddie Murphy had portrayed the I'm so sorry. My mind is like somewhere else right now.
You're good. You want to snap, but I'm glad you're not snapping.
That ascension, beloved.
That ascension. But I just want to say that when I saw him in the comment section saying the things that he was saying, it really resonated with how I felt about the movie, as far as how, as Americans, we make these movies about being kings or queens of Africa, but we're not really portraying the reality of it. And I get it, it's a comedy, you know, but a lot of people want to hear, but I'm not gonna do it. So it is my mind is a one-track mind. Like once I'm like heated about something, like it's hard to keep.
I don't want you to be heated. We're going to continue to build on Tough Love channel. I appreciate everybody that's viewing in. We're going to go over to Labudo, Kevin and Sales channel and troll him to death. We're going to go rock with my boy. Listen, everybody on here has a different perspective. They are strong-spirited, and they all have a different mindset, which is the reason why I deliberately and meticulously put everybody on this panel, because I thought it was going to be lively. I think that we dove into the Coming to America Part 2, and we also expanded deeper. So hopefully you guys got a great not only entertainment, but also a great perspective on other different point of view, or whatever case may be. So
you thought I was gonna be the bad guy.
No. I think everybody presents a strong perspective, and that's great. So we're gonna rock with Kevin and Sales after this, or whatever case may be. for my viewers, they said, Mario, you need to do a motherfucking review of this movie. And I said, I don't watch this movie twice. I got daughters. I wanted to watch it my goddamn self, so I'm watching it. But I appreciate all of the panelists for coming through, rocking with your boy. Thank you very much. We not finished yet. I still got to let Sister Nun rock her shit. So when I let
she been leaving for like 10 times for 30 minutes.
I'm about to cam down. I'm about to cam down, Mario, and I'm about to be on my channel because I'm about to eviscerate Afrocentric women.
I'm gonna pull up. Go ahead. I'm gonna pull up. Hey, make sure you drop your link. Drop your link.
I don't know how to do it. Hold on for a second.
I gotta let Sister Nun do her thing.
Let me drop the link.
And we gonna pull up.
Pull up. He will let you defend yourself.
Alrighty. I am the queen of Zamunda. Okay? You know what I'm saying? Sorry about making you. Sorry about making
my red light on.
Drink, Mario.
I'm turn my red light on. Go ahead. I'm over here slobbing this shit. Go ahead.
My bad. All right.
Fucking up my desk.
I'm gonna just lead the people with this, right? I'm gonna just lead the people with this. Basically, just going back to the movie. If you would like to know, as far as where everything inside of that particular movie, as far as the symbolism goes, and the deeper meanings behind every individual's roles actually is supposed to portray, then please head over to my channel, right? That is at Sister Nun, my Facebook page at Sister Nun, and then my Instagram page at Sister_Nun_reincarnated, right? For an in-depth spiritual analysis when it comes to not only life, but the things that we look at on a consistent basis, the people that we deal with on a consistent basis, learning also how to keep away individuals who do not truly understand the type of energy that it takes to put people in their place when they know not of what they do. Then please, by all means, come to my page, my channel, and seek me out and just look for or just connect with me so that we can basically have a beautiful conversation. And when you have individuals who want to degrade your character simply because they have a lack of understanding, you just have to kind of just allow people to do that. And basically, I'm here to make people's channels hot and popping with a diverse mentality. So that's what I'm here to do.
Let me pause my music real quick, ladies and gentlemen. Let me make sure this shit is real. Hold on.
I ain't getting no music.
Hold on, wait. Hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, right now you can see everybody's name. Stop playing with me. You can see everybody's name. Follow them on their social media platforms. Look for them. Support them. Charlie is the only one I think that doesn't have a platform. She is going to be hopefully co-hosting on Tough Love. We're going to build her channel. And when she gets her channel, I want you to support her as well. We are going to log off right now. Go to Kevin and Sales 1, Labudo. We're going to rock with him and get into whatever he wants to talk to. First of all, before we even get to that, fuck all that. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for rocking with your boy Tough Love. We have been indulging in this conversation. It has been a tough conversation because, as you can see, everybody don't agree. We've had beautiful women and esteemed gentlemen come on the panel and talk they shit naive. So thank you very much for everybody. I'm about to get the fuck out of here. I'm going to go to Kevin and Sales. Y'all go to Kevin and Sales. Make sure that y'all fucking subscribe to everybody that's been on the panel. I'm leaving it up there so y'all can see it right now. Make sure y'all subscribe to fucking Tough Love. Hit the notification bell for fucking likes and all that good shit. Hold on. Let me
Tough Love.
King is
I'm about to piss somebody off. You got 4 thumbs down, and I just want to say to those 4 people,
bro. That's fine.
I know, but can I do it, please? Can I piss them off?
Piss them off, bro.
Whoever thumbs the video down, your mama raised a hoe. That's all I
But
wanted to say.
you got to understand, they might have been thumbs down because the people I had on the panel as well. You don't know, so
That mama still raised the hoe, no matter what it was.
Let's ignore all that, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna get the fuck up out of here. But I appreciate all of my panelists. It is very important that you guys recognize that these people have their own perspectives, their own point of views, and that they are willing to come out and be public about this shit. So I appreciate them just blessing me with their motherfucking goddamn their knowledge and blessing me with their time. So thank you very much for everybody in the chat room, from YouTube to goddamn Facebook to goddamn Instagram. Sugar Shay, let me say something to Sugar Shay real quick, goddammit. Sugar Shay, listen, it's a lot of motherfuckers who don't like you, but I rock with you. You know what I'm saying? Not because you my ace boom coon, but because you're trying to stand up on your own too. And I appreciate the underdog. So until motherfucker you prove me wrong, I'm rooting for you. You understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna see all y'all at fucking Kevin and Sales, Labudo. Make sure y'all run over there to YouTube, subscribe to Tough Love, and I'm gonna see y'all later. Okay? I holla. Peace.
Hey, sister, now what's your Instagram? I'm gonna add you real quick.
Sister_none_reincarnated, but it's spelled SISTAH. So the same way I have my name up here.
All right.
Yeah, thank you for having my